So this is great for technical people, Nico. Is there a process you have that takes extra steps, and you take it and you do it, but your competitors don't? You go those extra 2 or 3 steps. Okay, that could be a differentiator. Look for where you spend more money or you spend more time, because probably you're doing it for a good reason. Once you look at those, the best thing you can do is then really step back for a moment, preferably with your team, and say, okay, this is what we found. Let's have some fun. Let's look at this. And then after you do it, and I try to have fun with this, is you want to name it. You don't want to say, hey, this is our process. This is us being us. Name it. I like to say this, but, those of us who have children don't have child 1, child 2, and child 3. We name our children, and we tell people why we named our children that. And then we tell a little story about our child. Well, that's how we look at our differentiators. We need to name them, and we need to say, here's why we named them this. And then we have to say, and here's a story behind them. And that's what we do. So if you can do that, and remember earlier in the show, we talked about let's use some special words that are not commonplace words. Let's avoid cliches. If we can do that, I think you're going to be way ahead of your competition. So if I go recap it, identify what your customers, your people say that you need to keep doing and you should never change. Identify what that is. All right. Identify anything you're taking a few extra steps or paying a little bit more money to go produce behind the scenes because you want it just right. And then once you determine the top 2 or 3 of them, name them. And then the best step is at the very end, before you then launch it to the world, launch it to the most important people, your employees, the people who build it, the people who have devised it, designed it. Celebrate with them. Let them know how important they are in this, so they become your army going out into the world. So if somebody says, hey, Nico, what's this thing about this product you're doing? You say, oh, yeah, let me tell you about it. And you're all excited. That's what you want your people to do, whether you have one person working for you or 16,305 people. It doesn't really matter.